暇肉だよ。
I'm gonna be the best grid ball player in Stardew Valley. Just you wait and see. You? The best grid ball player? Dad? You'll never become anything. You're useless, just like your mother. You hear me, Alex? Crying? What a joke. I told you to stop crying.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Alex?
Mom?
I'm so sorry I can't be there for you. I have to go now. Here. Take this to remember me.
Mom, please. Don't go. Not again. Don't leave. Please.
ハロー、ゆっちゃんです。今日はアレックスのことを紹介したいと思います。
Whoa. We are not going full weeb. Let's start over. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Himaniku, and today we are delving into the life of one of Pelican Town's most misunderstood characters, Alex. Alex, living with his grandparents Evelyn and George, is one of the 12 characters you could potentially marry in Stardew Valley. At first glance, Alex might seem like your typical jock, but as you slowly get past his tough exterior, we'll uncover a story of resilience, loss, and growth. I have to admit, when I first met Alex, I had almost zero interest in him, as I didn't think we'd have anything in common, but boy was I wrong. Also, I won't be talking too much about his grandparents, but I would like to mention that they are really amazing characters. Evelyn is the sweet grandmother, always baking cookies and caring for Alex. George, on the other hand, is a bit gruff, but cares deeply for his grandson. They provide the stability Alex desperately needs. Now, if you're looking to court Alex, I think it is a bit harder than other characters, as his loved gifts are hard to acquire early in the game. I suggest sticking to high-quality, universal light gifts instead. Let's start with his dialogue, which does not do him much justice when getting to know him. If you are a male player, he lets us know that he doesn't think that we are the sports type based on how we look. And if you're a female, he states, if you weren't a girl, I'd ask you to play catch. Okay, not looking good so far here, Alex. He also asks us if we think he'll ever go pro at gridball, which is basically football in the Stardew world. Choosing to tell him that he will most likely fail at his goals will have him tell us that we are just jealous, and that he is talented and popular while we are not. Another question we'll get asked is, what do we think of his haircut? Letting him know that we think it's fashionable, he tells us, yeah, I know, that's why I have it like this. Yeah, dude, chill. And again, if we shoot him down, he lets us know that we're jealous. Now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. Alex is not bragging about himself here, as I think many people would believe. What he's really doing is looking for validation, which is a reoccurring theme in Alex's story, which we will talk about during his heart events. But before that...
Stardew time!
Okay, let's check on Alex's room. Looks like we have a book here about sports statistics, pretty typical. And here we have a book about dealing with loss. During his heart cutscenes, we do get some more information about how he feels about reading. Also, it's pretty sad why he has this book knowing about his family history. Next to that, we have a book about mega muscles. Kind of funny how the book on the left is about loss, and the one on the right is about gains. Question: how well do you know Alex? Let's check. How heavy is this barbell? I'll give you a second. The answer is 30 pounds, or almost 14 kilos for my non-Freedom Country viewers. We also see he has some protein wrappers in the trash here. Now creeping into his drawers we have some clothes, air gel, and a box of trading cards. To the right of his bed we see his helmet, which I guess he polishes, and next to that a grid ball. Other than that, I think it portrays him as a typical high school sports jock type of character. Let's get started on Alex's heart events and break them down. At 2 hearts, we find Alex at the beach. He greets us and tries to toss us a grid ball. Unable to catch it, he tells us that it was a nice try. Afterwards, he lets us know about his dream to become the first professional grid ball player from Stardew Valley. We're given the option to respond with, I believe in you, which he thanks us for the support and that he will remember it. Or we have the option to let him know that he is arrogant, in which he calls us ignorant. Overall, I think this is an okay scene, but I think new players may start to lose interest in Alex at this point. However, instead of thinking about him bragging himself, like I said earlier, try to keep in mind that he's just seeking validation. And we'll find out why shortly.
また変なこと教えないでね。
心配すんな。今日はちゃんと教えるからね。One of the most useful phrases in Japanese that can trick people into thinking you are listening is "へ", which is perfect for when Alex is bragging about himself. Let's practice.
繰り返してね。犬って
玉ねぎを食べちゃいけないって知ってた？
へえ。
私ね、ひま肉のことが大好きだよ。
へえ。
ねえねえ、私妊娠しちゃったかも。
Hey, hey, hey. Let's go ahead and talk about today's sponsors. You guys. I hate to ask, but if you have time to hit the like button or leave a comment or tell me what you liked or tell me what you didn't like or your opinion, it would really go a long way to spread this video. Other than that, let's get back to the show. Now at 4 Hearts, things start to get real. Alex opens up about his father, which adds a lot of context to Alex's behavior. We find Alex talking to Dusty, which is a dog in town. He tells Dusty that he might be the only one around town that can relate to him, as no one else has seen the kind of stuff they have. We interrupt this moment, and then Alex finally drops his rough exterior and reveals his past. It turns out that his mother passed away, and he had an abusive alcoholic father that constantly told him that he was worthless, and he will never amount to anything. He thinks his father resented him for being young and bitter that he had gotten nowhere in life by himself. One day his father disappeared, and soon after his mother got sick and passed away. With this revelation, we start to understand why Alex puts up this tough, confident front. It's a defense mechanism, a way to protect himself from the pain of his past. He's afraid of being vulnerable or showing weakness. But as you build your friendship with him, he starts to let his guard down. And holy shit, Concerned Ape, I've never changed my opinion about a character so fast in my life. In fact, I felt like an asshole for judging him. And I think a lot of people start to feel this way at this point and want to learn more about Alex. Now let's move on to the next cutscene, which is triggered when we enter his house. He's staring at the books in his room and is disappointed in himself, as he has not read any of them, and he does not think he's intelligent, and calls himself worthless. We get the option to console him, and we can see that we all have our strengths and weaknesses. I think it's funny that Concerned Ape put the option to say worthless. Yeah, that about sums it up. Anybody watching this better not choose this option, unless you want to be on Santa's naughty list indefinitely. Now at 6 Hearts we get another scene in his room, which should delight you Alex-loving delinquents, as he's working out and covered in sweat. This scene is very simple, but he wants to apologize for bragging about saying that he was going to go pro when we first met. He also mentions that he might not be cut out to go pro, and starts to doubt himself. Come on man, don't give up. Okay guys, we are here, and I hope you have your tissues ready, as this is a contender for one of the most heart-wrenching cutscenes in the game. We head to the beach and find Alex sitting by himself crying. We sit next to him and he reveals that 12 years ago his mother passed away. He talks about the sandwiches she used to make for him and memories about her. Unfortunately, he was just too young to say thanks, and now that she's gone, it pains him not to be able to have told her. He then shows us this is his only keepsake of it, a secret music box. It's clear that Alex holds on to these memories as a source of comfort and strength. Despite his cocky exterior, he's just a young man trying to find his way in the world, haunted by a troubled past but determined to make something of himself. I would just like to mention that if you get on the good side of his grandparents, you get access to a letter from his mother, and we get to find out her name, Clara. Let's go ahead and read it. Mama, if you're reading this, it means I've passed on. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. Know that I love you both. Don't be upset. I'm with Yoba now. My final request? Take care of Alex. He needs a family, something stable. He's a good kid. Love, Clara. Now I have to admit, it was hard getting through reading this without choking up. I'm pretty sure that Concerned Ape was suggesting that she had taken her own life, but we can only speculate. Alex did mention that his mother got sick. Now, I don't know if he was hiding what really happened. Anyways, enough sad stuff. Let's go ahead and talk about his 10 Heart scene. We get invited on a date to the saloon by letter. Alex shows his gentleman's side and reserves a private room for us. Gus and Emily provide top service, and then Alex expresses his feelings depending on your gender. You have the option to let him know that you feel the same way, and Dusty jumps to the window. We also have the option to shut him down as well, and he apologized for being too forward. Overall, it's a pretty good scene. Now let's talk about the 14 Heart event that we get if he ends up being your partner. He'll ask us if he can use 5,000 gold from the joint bank account, and we have the option to say yes or no. Later on, it turns out that he wanted to turn the back room of the saloon into a sports bar area, and we get to watch the men in town watching the game. He lets us know that we are married and he did not achieve his dream of going pro, but making this room allows him to still be a part of that dream. Now I think Concerned Ape was trying to make us not feel bad for getting in the way of his dreams, but I'm just gonna be honest, as I really do like Alex's character. I'm not the biggest fan of this cutscene. Personally, I think he should have gotten the option to go pro, or maybe become a grid ball coach. I really want him to achieve his goals as he deserves it. Anyway, Alex's story is a powerful reminder that everyone has their own battles. He might come off as arrogant and cocky at first, but as you get to know him, you realize he's a deeply complex character who's been through a lot of shit. His journey is one of growth, resilience, and hope. So next time you run to Alex in Stardew Valley, take a moment to appreciate the person behind the bravado. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Alex's story. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps this channel grow. We are almost at 100 subscribers, and I am so grateful people are enjoying this type of content. This was Himiniku. We'll see you next time. Peace. Bye.